Hey friends and subscriber family, today I'm going to share with you 12 practical tips on how to make friends as an adult, online or in person. Here's what we'll cover: how to meet people, how to break the ice, and how to create deeper, meaningful relationships. After I share the 12 tips, I'm going to share a bonus tip to help you avoid toxic, unhealthy friendships. Now, making new friends as a child seemed easier, right?
I like horses. I like horses too. This is my imaginary horse. Cool. Can I be your friend? Yeah, of course. Let's play horses.
But as adults, I don't need friends. Making friends is beneath me. I shouldn't be needing to do things like making friends. I've got far more important things to do than make friends. So childish. But we need good friends to live a full, happy, meaningful life. So here are my 12 tips on how to make new friends as an adult. When you're looking for new friends, you need to get super clear on what kind of friend you want to attract. So make a list of the things you want in a friend. Outdoorsy, they enjoy reading, generous, compassionate. See, when you get clear on what you're looking for, it's easier to find them. But more importantly, affirming what you want is about clearing away any negative energy you associate with the idea of making new friends or meeting new people. I get that people can be flaky, busy, use you, toxic, superficial, but let's sweep away that energy by affirming all the things we're looking for. And you're putting out good, sweet, higher vibrational energy out there to come and meet you. To help you get clarity on what you're looking for, here are some prompts for you to answer. What kind of person do you love hanging out with? Can you think of any past close friendships you have? If so, write down what made them special for you. Good way to start is with your immediate circle of friends. Two ways you can do that. One, reach out to acquaintances. Or can you think of any friends you've lost touch with? Drop them a friendly message. Comment something meaningful on what they've recently published, if and when they reply. Suggest a coffee catch-up, video or in person. Just make it casual. Another way, get to know your friends' friends. You can join your friends on outings or lunches or whatever it is they organize. And when you're there, just ask your friend to introduce you to them. Also, if you have relocated, you could ask your friends, hey, I'm moving to the city, do you know anyone there? It'd be great if you could introduce me. Another way of meeting people is by doing things. You're probably wondering, well, what do you do? Head on over to meetup.com or Eventbrite. There are great event websites with loads of events going on in different interest groups. Pick out your city and interest and sign up. It's a great way to meet lots of new people quickly. Another way is by joining clubs in your area of interest. It's a great way to meet people with similar interests as you. Another great way to meet new people is by learning a new skill. This is actually my favorite. Make your intention about learning the skill and improving yourself, because if that's your focus, you're taking the pressure off the need to make friends there. When you feel that pressure, then it feels forced, and then you make yourself nervous, and then the voice in the head kicks off. Whereas if you focus on just enjoying learning the new skill and you're not fixating on making friends, you'll have something in common to share and to talk about. You'll start getting to know people over the weeks. This past year, actually, I've been developing my improvised comedy. Zoom classes have popped up all around the world, and there's plenty of time before, during, or after the session to meet and chat to people. Another way of meeting people is volunteering. This is a great way to do good for others, which makes you feel good, therefore builds your self-esteem, and also meet like-minded people with similar values. You could go to parties. I'm not terribly keen on parties. If you're an extrovert, perfect ground for you. So let's get the conversation started. Comment below, what activities are you passionate about? So now that we've covered how to meet new people, now we'll cover how to break the ice. Be aware of the squatter in your head. For some of us, meeting new people is incredibly scary. What if they don't like me? What am I supposed to talk about? What if they don't want to be my friend? I haven't done anything in the past year. Shall I show them that new TikTok dance? What if I learned the wrong dance? How should I laugh?
No, that's too much.
And this initial fear can turn into a great big. And the more we allow that squatter to keep talking and rambling, it actually stops us from making friends. When you're aware of this voice in the head, you create a little bit of a detachment from it, so it loses its grip on you. I made a whole episode on how to overcome social awkwardness, so I won't go into it now. You can click over here, watch it afterward. In order to have someone be interested in you, you have to first be interested in them. How do you do that? Ask questions. Broadly, there are two types of questions you can consider. Ask questions about the context. So my example, I attend these improvised comedy jams where you just turn up and you perform. So I could ask things like, how long have you been doing improv? What classes have you taken? What classes do you enjoy most? What other jams have you attended? Another type of ice-breaking question you could ask is about the person or an experience you have in common.
So, how was lockdown for you? What shows did you binge watch? Did you ever stop drinking? Did you ever wear anything below your waist?
For more tips on how to talk to people, watch this episode. Be a good listener. You can tell when someone's not listening, can't you?
We went to this gorgeous beach in Norfolk. We stayed in a wonderful Airbnb. Oh, that's nice. And it was a really good time where we just got together.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to Norfolk. Where have we been? What am I going to say? The furthest we've been in the past year and a half was central London. What else can I talk about? Well, maybe we can talk about where we're going. Well, we're planning to go to Texas.
And how about you? Really, when did that start then?
Most people, they're listening to the voice in their head. Because you can feel it, right? And when you're on the receiving end, it doesn't feel good, does it? You make a really bad impression by doing that. So how do you listen? Hear the words coming out of their mouth. Don't change who you are to make new friends. The truest and deepest friends are the ones who accept you for who you are. How to take that initial encounter to transforming them into deep and lasting friendships. Arrange a play date. And yes, I get it. It can feel like a drag when you're the one who always seems to be the one who's always initiating. We need to put our ego and our pride to one side. What's more important to you? Choosing your ego, letting that squatter in your head get its way, or you taking control and you deciding and committing and creating that opportunity to make lasting friendships. That's the choice that lies before you right now. You decide, not that squatter in your head. Initiate friendships. If people flake, fine, move on to the next one. It's their loss. Find fun new things to do. If you've been wanting to go to this new exhibit or whatever, call them up, say, hey, I was thinking of going to this. Do you want to come? Hey, I'm about to watch this on Netflix. Do you want to come round with some popcorn? So even if people are busy and they can't make it, it doesn't matter, because the right person will appreciate that and they will then invite you when they're having a gathering. The best way to attract great friends is to be a great friend. If you go looking for a friend, you're going to find they're very scarce. If you go out to be a good friend, you will find them everywhere. One of my friends, when she started a new business, I was there when she got the keys to her new shop, helped her and her husband clean the shop for the next few days. Be a good friend, do the things that a good friend does, and then you will have good friends. When you're getting to know someone, you can create a deeper connection by sharing something meaningful than just the weather or the Kardashians. So begin by sharing something meaningful about yourself and see if your new friend will do the same. If you like their vibe and who they are and what you've seen so far, why don't you just come out and say it? I would love for us to be friends. You will only create a deeper, lasting connection when your heart is open. Friendship takes effort, especially in the beginning. Being willing to make the effort is what differentiates casual, superficial friendships from deeper, meaningful friendships. See, and also the strength of your friendship isn't measured by how often you meet. Two of my best friends, I meet them once, sometimes twice a year. But we always make the effort to message and just check in with each other, and or share a memory whenever we think of each other. It's a nice way to just nurture that friendship. I know the first tip I said was to be clear on what kind of friend you want and what sort of person you want to hang around with, but let go of that list when you move forward. Years ago, when I moved to Dubai, I met a lot of new people through work because I was in sales, so I was constantly having to meet one of the clients, both from England. We kind of clicked. She invited me round for a dinner party. Didn't get to speak with the host much because obviously she was busy talking to everyone else. I met one or two other people there, and one of the people I met there, I ended up being her friend. And 19 years later, we are still friends, but I don't speak to the one who hosted the party. So don't be too picky initially. You might not become friends with the person you meet initially, but the people you meet through them is where new connections can also be found. And also don't expect too much from the other person. People can feel that energy, and it feels very transactional. And now for the bonus tip to help you avoid attracting toxic, unhealthy friendships, and instead develop inspired, healthy friendships. Be friendly with yourself. I know what you're thinking.
I want to make new friends. What has this got to do with me?
Stay with me. People are attracted to and want to be around confident and uplifting people, people who make them feel good. So if you're trying to make new friends and you're not friendly towards yourself, you will come off as a desperate, needy person. No one wants to be around needy people, apart from toxic people, because they prey on weak people. When you're friendly towards yourself, that means you value yourself, you value your worthiness, you're confident in yourself, you have self-esteem. You're more likely to set a higher bar, a higher standard for the type of people you hang around with, and therefore who you attract. This is coming from my own experience. I had low self-worth, I didn't like myself. In fact, I hated myself. I attracted toxic people after the other. I managed to find some gems in the meantime, but my goodness, there were a lot of toxic people. It wasn't until I decided enough was enough and I started working on myself. Zero tolerance for toxic. So be kind and compassionate to yourself and invest in yourself. Link below, there's an episode on how to talk to people. Watch that next. There's also one on how, if you're socially awkward, how to overcome that. Please check those out as well. Whiskey saying hurry up. Share in the comments below, what was your aha from this moment? I really hope this helps you. Just get out there. And Emma, thank you so much for this question. I'm sorry it took me a while to make this one for you, but as you can see, there was a lot in this one. I'm Anise Kizelbash, and I will see you in another episode.